Good morning, guys. How y'all doing out there? This is Crypto Goshen. Hope you are having a great day. This is a mic check. So testing 1, 2, 3, 4, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can just you can hear me in the chat, that would be great. And we will be starting here in about 10 minutes. Thanks. Good morning, guys. Hey guys, let me do one additional mic check. I just made a setting change to the audio. So if you can give me another thumbs up that you hear me this second time, that would be great. Thank you. Hey guys, how y'all doing again out there? This is Crypto Goshen. Glad to be with you. If you would again, just give me a confirmation, maybe a thumbs up in the chat that you are hear me okay. Yeah, if you would, just give me a thumbs up in the chat, just to confirm on my end that you guys are hearing me okay. So I see that lad put welcome out there, Prince Sanchez. Hi, Goshen. Again, if somebody could just give me a thumbs up. There we go. Thanks, Prince. I appreciate that. So, obviously, it is a very, very exciting time to be in crypto, especially now, guys. We have officially, in my opinion, entered the mega part of this bull cycle. So, it's going to be a mega cycle here on out, I think, for the next 6 to 12 months. So, you guys get your popcorn ready, get ready. If you are in the game, I hope you are in the game. Expect to make some life changing money over the next 6 to 12 months. And so, with that being said, of course, today is going to be an AMA. I want to give you guys an opportunity to ask me any a question about anything relative to the market. We'll go over the market, obviously, as well. And then towards the end of the live stream, we're going to be giving away fractal Bitcoin, as I mentioned in the video I made a few days ago. FB is the ticker symbol. There were certain things that you guys had to do to qualify for the free giveaway of the fractal Bitcoin. And I will go ahead and tell you right now, most of you guys didn't do it. Now, with that being said, I will also be identifying maybe one, maybe up to two people who are participating in this live stream, and we'll be doing an additional giveaway as well. But again, if you listen to that video I made, there were specific instructions that needed to be done in order to qualify for the free fractal Bitcoin. And we'll be talking about that a little later in the show. With that being said, I want to take a pause here to see if you guys have any questions for Goshen right now. Any questions at all? While you guys think about whatever questions that you might have, as you see here, I mean, I'm on one of my favorite sites, which is cryptobubbles.net. And look at this green. For the most part, the market is all green today. And green, as you know, in any investment is a really good color. Uh, Now, the question that you might want to ask yourself is, why is the market green today? So I'm looking at the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap here in cryptobubbles.net. But as you start scrolling down, I mean, you see Bitcoin. Gosh, I didn't realize it had already exceeded $63,000. It's now over $63,000. It was what, a week ago, 57, 56, $57,000, which is pretty amazing. So keep in mind again, there are different legs in the bull market. We've had the halving, we've had the Bitcoin ETF. We certainly saw a parabolic move in the market during the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter this year. And then the market, like it should have done, it retraced. You want markets to go up and you want them to go down before they make the next run. So the market retraced, uh, obviously over the last 4, 5, 6 months. But now we are in this next phase of the market. And again, it's going to get pretty parabolic pretty quickly. And so if you are on the sideline, I'm going to strongly encourage you. Of course, this is not financial advice, as you guys know, but I'm going to strongly encourage you to get in the game. If there was ever a time in crypto where you could make parabolic gains, when I'm talking about parabolic gains, I'm looking at anywhere between 20, 30, 40, 50, 100x on your return. So if you put in $1,000, make a 20x. Of course, that's $20,000. If you did $10,000 and made a 20x, that's $200,000. So whatever your budget is relative to investing, If you got any money just sort of sitting dead in some bank account and all, you need to get that money deployed, in my opinion. Get in the game. Over the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to see mind-boggling returns. I promise you. And so, what started this really massive turnaround in crypto was, as you guys may have heard, was the Federal Reserve Bank here in the United States. There was a lot of talk about the Feds increasing, or I should say, decreasing interest rates by a quarter of a basis point. But as you see here, they gave us a mega surprise on yesterday. And this is one of the news highlights. Breaking, the Federal Reserve has cut interest rates by 50, a whopping 50 basis points, guys. And it's the first rate cut since March 2020. And so the economy apparently is doing pretty well here in the States. And because of that, the Feds have begun to now cut interest rates. And if you know anything about crypto and just investing, period, anytime rates are cut, that bodes well for what could potentially happen in your with your investment relative to cryptocurrencies. Typically, what the U.S. government does, and what most governments do, I should say, to try to get inflation stabilized. As they feel good about that, they'll start pouring more money back into the economy. And we want the government pouring more and more money into the economy, because once they do that, that's when crypto typically sees its best days. And so, again, everybody who's been around crypto for the last 5 to 10 years, they are super, super excited about where we are now in the market. And again, this was the major catalyst yesterday, the 50 basis point cut by the Feds that sparked this big move in the Bitcoin and these other cryptos. And the way crypto works, as you know, Bitcoin is the lead dog, if you will. It's the big dog on campus, the big man on campus, whatever you want to say relative to that. But typically, when it moves, a rising tide lifts all boats. Then all the other altcoins move as well. So you get the normally see the move in Bitcoin, and then after that, you'll start seeing this really parabolic move happening in altcoins. And going back to the top 100 by market cap, I mean, things are looking really good. These are daily returns. This is, you see PopCat, which is a meme coin, right? In the last 24 hours, that's what this means. And I know that because I have my settings here for the last day, last 24 hours. PopCat is up a whopping 35%. You got C, I think some pronounce it say, it's up a whopping almost 25% in a day. One of my favorite tokens, actually, I have several in the top 100. You guys have heard me repeatedly post and talk about Helium Mobile. And then Helium is pretty much the parent of Helium Mobile, if you will. And they're up right now almost 14%. I want to give you just some perspective as to what this means. Remember what I said earlier. We actually saw a nice, and it was a parabolic move in the market at the end of the first quarter this year, March 2024 into April 2024. So you look at a token like Helium, right now it has let's say a price of $7.26. Market cap is at $1.17 billion, which is crazy. I am really bullish on Helium Mobile. I think it does $100 relative to the price, which is roughly about a 12 or so X from here, and which means this is going to see a market cap, in my opinion, again, not financial advice, anywhere between 12 and $20 billion during the top part of this bull cycle. So let me zoom out a minute. So remember the move we saw earlier this year. So this was back. There you go. It was February. So end of the second quarter, roughly. Got up to $9.39, 9.54 looks like was the high this year. And we're not even there yet, even with this recent move. So I certainly believe that the price of the Helium token is going to exceed $10 here in the next couple of weeks. And then as we move throughout the bull market, my target is $100. That's when I will start taking profits with the HNT token. Another one of my favorites is the graph. graph. The graph is doing a lot of things. They are sort of tied into AI and DPN and whatnot. They're currently at 15.5 cents. You'll see here early during the year, they went up. Look at there, it was at 43 cents. So that's almost like a 3x from the current price. And I certainly expect them to get back to where they were the earlier part of the year. Again, this is March 2024. So even if you were to invest right now, there's a high likelihood you are going to see a 3x soon relative to your investment in the graph. Let me look over here. Comments, USA department rate down today, maybe. Sorry, yesterday. All good. Okay. And again, you guys put in the comments if you have any questions for me. Also, let me know if you want me to talk about a particular token that you see here on the screen. Another one of my favorites here in the top 10 relative to market cap is Solana. It's a favorite of a lot of folks as I sip my turmeric. Actually, somebody told me, I think my wife said, honey, it's turmeric. It's Turmeric, ginger tea. But anyway, so you can see Solana is beginning to move up as well, like all these tokens are, in light of what happened yesterday with the Fed. So Solana right now has a current market cap of about $66 billion. Current price is $141. You zoom out, Solana got up to $200 roughly. There you go, $201 back on March 2024. I anticipate and expect the price of Solana during this bull cycle to hit $1,000. That's roughly about an 8.5x from the current price, which basically translates into if you put $100 in, you're going to have $800. If that happens, if you put 1,000, it's going to be 8,000 and so forth and so on. But I continue to be really bullish on Solana. They got a lot of great things going on. We're going to talk about what's happening right now with out in Singapore relative to Solana at their Breakpoint conference, which actually starts today and it'll go on for the last couple of days. But this is another one that I'm really bullish on. Certainly, anything you see in the top 100 that's a meme coin from Bonk, yay, from Popcat, yay, from Whiff, yeah, they're going to do well. They'll easily do Sheet, they'll ease Doge. They're going to easily do anywhere between a 10 to some of these 10 to 30, maybe 40x, even with their high market cap right now, like Floki. Floki has a market cap right now, 1.28 billion. Wouldn't be surprised that it does like a 20x, get close to 22, 23 billion during this bull cycle, which is crazy again, because these tokens, as you know, meme tokens, they have no utility. But it's all about the community with memes, as you guys know. Soul is amazing, Princess. It really is. And it's going to be more amazing as they start talking about some of the new things that are coming out at their Solana Breakpoint conference that, again, is taking place currently in Singapore. Let's see any other ones that jump out here. Pepe is going to do really well. Another meme token. Fetch is going to do well. They actually had a name change. I think it used to be Fetch AI, but they changed it to ASI Alliance. I think they ended up merging with a couple other companies, AI companies. And so the new name of Fetch is ASI, I should say, ASI Alliance. I expect this as an AI conglomerate to do really well during this bull cycle. I think easily, it really doesn't matter. To be real frank with you, when you get into the heart of the bull market, which we're going to see here soon, it pretty much won't matter for the most part what token you're invested in. You'll literally be able to throw a dart at these bubbles and make a quick 5 to 10x, which is crazy, right? And so the key for all of us is to make sure that we are in the game. I hope you guys have been building a nice bag, a crypto bag over the last, 6, 7 months and all, because again, it's going to pay off dearly over the next 6 to 12 months. There's just a lot of good tailwinds in the market right now. And again, you can just almost feel the excitement that is emanating from the crypto community relative to what everybody expects to happen this bull cycle. And obviously the OG Bitcoin right now, 63,000. Wouldn't be surprised. Here we are, where late September going into October. Wouldn't be surprised that we end up hitting $100,000 over the next 2.5 months with Bitcoin. And just know when Bitcoin hits $100,000, all these other tokens are going to be up. They're going to have exponential gains. Keep in mind, and this is something I had to learn over time, but as you start making really awesome gains, don't be too greedy. You got to take some off the table. So make sure you are taking profits off the table as you are making these really nice gains. Because nothing goes up forever, as you know, with crypto. Again, I anticipate that we'll be in this bull market for the next 6 to 12 months. But that could, it can be truncated. I don't know, or it could be extended. But long story short, as you start making some really good gains, if you made a 5x on something or 3x on something, you may want to take your initial out, right? And just play with what we call house money. That's how you end up doing it. I would always encourage you to leave what we call a moon bag. So if something goes up 5x, I probably would not sell all of it. I would probably sell maybe 50 to 60, 70% of it and just leave you a nice little moon bag because there could be another leg up and probably will be another leg up in gains relative to what we're going to be seeing out of this particular bull market. All right, so I'm going to stop talking here. I'm going to pause and see if you guys have any questions for Goshen, any questions about any crypto. So as you are thinking about those questions, I think I want to look at the next 100. So 101 through 200 tokens. There's a couple ones that I like on this screen. Just FYI to you guys. AIOZ is a nice DPN one, AI token. I built a nice bag over the last year relative to this one. Big fan of that one. Dog, this particular dog is what they call a Bitcoin Rune, RUNE token. Let me open this up. So the market, this thing got up, by the way, and I'll show you, but the market cap got up as high. I want to say it's close to $900 million the earlier part of the year. So I certainly expect this to exceed a $1 billion market cap. It's the largest meme Bitcoin Room token that's out there. So as we get into the heart of the bull cycle with Bitcoin going up, I expect this number one Bitcoin Room token to certainly get into the billions this bull cycle. My market cap target is between $3 and $5 billion. And so if I were to zoom out here, you'll see, that got up close to, that was like a $900 million market cap. And so it has retraced. So it's given us an opportunity to load our bags, got down to 0.00208 not too long ago. It was August 5th. And here we are now. We're at 0.00260. So this is another one that is at the top of my list relative to tokens. I anticipate doing well, really, really well this bull cycle. Of course, you got memes on here like Bone will do well. I like Super. This is a gaming token. I'm really high on Super as a gaming token here. Let's see. This meme will do well. I like Arrow. This is part of the base chain. This is to allow you to actually make some really good yield. I'm going to end up doing probably a live stream or maybe just a recorded video on how you can make some really good yield. Not only off stable coins. There's some platforms out there in Aerodrome and there's another one out there on the Solana blockchain called Orca, ORCA.SO. You can make anywhere between 10 and 20% APY on stable coins, which is phenomenal. And then it gets even more interesting as you start pairing certain tokens like Solana with another token on the Solana blockchain. There's one I'm playing around with. I checked it out a couple of days ago. It's paying me right now like 5% a day, which is crazy. I don't anticipate the 5% a day to continue over the long term, but you don't need long term. You do that for 30 days based on whatever you put in, you can make a ton of money, but that's for another day, another discussion, another live stream. But just know there's a multitude of ways for you to make money in crypto. And as you start taking profit, certainly you want to put some of that money back in your bank account, right? It's always good to have some fiat sitting in your bank account, but you also may want to put some just in your native whatever exchange that you're using. Some of the exchanges like Coinbase and Binance and Bybit, they're actually giving you some decent APY on your stable coin. So as you start selling your crypto, you may want to sell those to stable coin like USDT, USDC, and have them sit in your crypto account to earn some additional yield while it's just sitting there. And so even if the market were to take a precipitous drop after you make some really hefty gains, you'll still be in a position, obviously, to make some additional interest slash yield off the money that you would have taken profit in. So again, a lot of ways you want to look at this, but part of what I want to do in this live stream is just talk about where we are. Again, market is mega bullish. It's going to get even more bullish over the next several weeks and months. You need to be thinking about your strategy to take profits during this bull cycle. You need to be thinking about your strategy to make your strategy, I should say, to make some additional yield of money that you are just, you have sitting on the side in some stable coin. There are a lot of platforms that you can do that in. I'll certainly, again, be making some additional videos on how to do that specifically. So Zeta, yep, Zeta is really strong. Matter of fact, before I leave this screen, just another one here in between the 100 and 200. This, I would say, if I had a top three, this would be in the top three, Holochain. So Holochain, as you guys have heard me mention, they're going to be deploying, quote unquote, their mainnet here in the Q4. They were looking to do it in Q3. They had some delays, which is fine, which is to be anticipated. But in Q4, they'll be going live with their mainnet, and they are doing some pretty cool things. It's basically peer-to-peer cloud distribution, where, as you start doing business with the Holochain network, you don't need servers to house your information. People like you and I will be able to do that through various ways. I've actually been part of the Holochain ecosystem for about 4 years now. I actually bought one of the Holoports, which allows me to house various applications that are being built on the Holochain network. And as they go live with this platform, I will start getting paid for hosting those applications in HoloFuel. So be on the lookout and just be on the lookout relative to Holochain and what they're doing. I anticipate that, have a market cap of 300 million. I think this could easily go to 5 to 10 billion over the next 6 to 12 months, easily. Again, not financial advice, but just letting you know, again, some of the ones that I am like honed in on. And Holochain certainly is in the top three relative to my crypto bag. Let's see. Let's go to the next screen. Let's look at the 201 300 tokens. Anything that pops out, pal. This is a good one. Of course, see more meme tokens, and I think I mentioned to you guys on the multitude of occasions in various videos that I've made over the last year. Meme tokens are here to stay, guys. They're not going away. So you should certainly have 2 to 3, maybe 4, maybe even 5 meme tokens in your portfolio. There's a guy by the name of Goshen, probably has 20 meme tokens in his portfolio. So you certainly want to make sure you are making investments in meme tokens. You'll probably see the biggest gains in memes. So just FYI, let me type in Kate. Oh, Cate. I actually bought some Kate, believe it or not, and it's gone down a bit since I bought it. To be real frank with you, so it has a market cap of 24, right at 25 million. I think I bought it in a 30 million market cap. Obviously not going to sell at this level. I anticipate that Kate is going to rebound here soon. So this could be another great entry point. As a matter of fact, what I may end up doing is buying a little more to get my average cost down per token. And that's one of the beauties of dollar cost averaging that you've heard me talk about over the last year or so. And so CATE, I like it a lot. It is part of my bag. I didn't put a lot of money in it, but I'm expecting Kate. We'll see what happens. My initial goal relative to market cap for Kate. And notice, by the way, I talked market cap when I first got it in crypto. I was more concerned about the price of the token, but you'll find out as you start getting more and more experience, you'll probably end up changing that language from token price to market cap, because the market cap obviously allows you to compare them to other, in this case, like meme tokens. And so this is only a 25 million market cap. I mean, you got tokens out there that are well over $1 billion market cap. Now, I'm not saying that Kate is going to $1 billion bucks, but I do anticipate in this bull market that this should easily hit 100 million. if they continue to perform, which I expect that they will and all. So that's why I'm always looking at market cap, because so I know by looking at them, if they were to do a 4X, that's $100 million market cap, right? And that's the way you want to start looking at these. I know a lot of people get caught up in price, but I don't really care about the price. I'm looking at the market cap because, again, it allows me to compare them to other similar tokens, if that makes sense. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. But that's the way I look at all my investments. I look at the market cap. And that was not the case early on when I got in crypto back in 2017. Let's see. Let's go all the way down. Let's look at the bottom list here. Let's see what can jump. I made actually this one I had way back when, early part of the year, and I want to say I made like $15,000 off like a $800 investment. It just went crazy, y'all. It has since retraced nicely, but I am keeping my eyes open relative to this particular token. I may re-enter this one. Of course, it would have been nice had I gotten back in here in the last week. I would be up like 33% in a week. But look at this return for the year. And they've not been out a year, by the way. They've been out probably about 8 months. 5,900%. That's a 59x. And that's why I was able to make that nice amount the early part of the year and all. But I like Omnom, Dog Eat. I'm sorry, Doge Eat Doge. May end up getting back into that one. Matter of fact, let me do this to keep this one on my radar. Just making a note here. I'm gonna add this to my watch list again. So be on the lookout for this one. And the reason this really appeals, because if we believe that meme coins will continue to do well this cycle, this one only has a $10 million market cap, guys. So if it were to go to 50 million, that's a 5x. That's a 5x. It's nothing for meme tokens to do a 5x. It's super easy for them to do a 5x in a bull market, in a super bull market, a mega bull market. So yeah, so this one right here will probably get back as an active token in my portfolio. But really like Unknown. Let's see, any other ones on this list? Looking for Suncat. As you guys know, I made some investments over the last 3 weeks in a handful of meme tokens on the Tron blockchain network. I see Cat. That's not Suncat. This is Cat Coin, which is doing what I mean. Look at this, up 30%. And again, and 30% is going to be nothing. And I need to qualify that by saying 30% is a big deal, right? When it comes to investing, but when it comes to token appreciation in crypto relative to especially meme coins, really 30% is nothing. Guys, this thing will probably go up another 300% during this cycle, 400%. So this is a meme coin that I know a lot of folks are looking at and are invested in. I don't have this particular cat. Pinge is another one. Let's see how high did that one get up. So it got up to $1.31. Look at this. There's March. Got up to $1.31, March 15th. And it's at 13 cents. So that's a 10x, right? So if you believe that this thing is gonna revisit the all-time high that it made the early part of the year, that's a 10x from here. As a matter of fact, I'm making another note. I may need to put some money in Pinch because that's crazy. That's a 10x from here, easily. Where's Suncat? It's 971. It's on the other page. Okay, it's doing okay. Market cap 10 million. I'm looking for this one to hit 100 million market cap because of Justin Sun, the founder of Tron Network. He's pushing heavily meme tokens on the Tron blockchain, and I think I wouldn't be surprised that he ends up investing, I should say, in some of the memes, which I think he's probably already done, but he has not said anything about his personal investments yet. But I think he'll do that down the road. But this one here, I'm looking to do really well. So this is part of my Tron token meme bag, if you will. Let's see. Let's see. FIDA, Solana. Cool, buddy. I see you put that in the chat. Interesting. Very interesting. The reason this one is interesting, I see Solana name service. Of course, you have the ENS Ethereum name service. But look at this. In the last week, this thing is up 79%. I appreciate you sharing that, cool buddy. Let's see. Make a note on that one. This is just interesting. Let's see what it has done. So it got up as high as right at 59 cents. So it's getting close to the high it made during the early part of the year, which is awesome. And obviously, if Solana is going to end up doing what a lot of people expect it will do, this one could easily can do a 10x. It can go to a 500 and half a billion dollar market cap easily. So cool, buddy. I appreciate you sharing that one. And because of the fact that this one is really intriguing to me, up 94% a few minutes ago, you are going to actually get yourself one free fractal Bitcoin, buddy. And we'll talk about how to, get me that information in just a minute. But kudos to you. Let me just put this in the chat here. So kudos to cool, buddy. Wins one free fractal Bitcoin. Congrats. Y'all give Cool Buddy congrats for that token recommendation. Kudos to him. We will be looking into this Solana name service. And let me pull up ENS, right? So this is ENS is the Ethereum name service. I was actually given free tokens. I got it's crazy. This was 2.5 years ago, I believe, maybe 2 years ago. Uh, so I actually received close to $20,000 worth of free ENS token as an airdrop, guys, which was just crazy to me. But the reason I bring this up, look at the market cap of ENS. It's at a little over $500 million. And we just talked about the other one is, it's 40, $50 million, lots of room to run. I think it's going to probably easily get to 500 million. This will probably get close to 2 to 3 to 4 billion dollars this bull cycle. So, yeah. I like these name services. So you got Solana now in the game looking to do what Ethereum name service did, which is awesome. So again, thanks again, cool buddy, for sharing that. You have one fractal Bitcoin coming your way. Okay, so any questions? Let me pause for a minute. Let's see if looking at the chat, any questions for Goshen at all relative to anything, any other token recommendations? Obviously, there are a lot of tokens that I have as part of my portfolio, but I do have some that I consider my quote unquote main crypto bag. You should do a similar things. Certainly, you need to have some meme tokens, as I mentioned. You need to have some blue chip tokens, some in this top, maybe 1 to 300 area. But big fan of Solana in the top 100. Of course, Bitcoin, that goes without saying. Another one that's also big on my list is Render. I think they're going to have their moment. You'll see here that early part of the year, they got up to $12.50 at 5 right now. I think they'll easily hit this over the next couple of months. So you have an opportunity right now to do over 2x, 2.5x by just investing in Render. Again, not financial advice, need to make that clear. Just giving you my thought process relative to how to make some really nice gains in crypto based on where we are in the market. Okay, so let's continue to move on. So again, what caused this move we're seeing right now, and I think it's going to be a sustained move. Not saying that we're not going to have any down days. Keep in mind from this point forward, if you see a pronounced drop in the market, that probably means that you should go in the dollar cost average and get some of your favorite crypto. Just FYI to you. Let's see here. We got big. Let me refresh this. I think Bitcoin was over 63 earlier. Still, look at this 63,000. Crazy good. It's another site that I love to frequent, as you guys know, CoinGecko.com. See if anything jumps out here as we move along. Let's do this. Just giving you some perspective as to how I go about looking at tokens from a research standpoint. So obviously I've opened up the graph. Keep in mind, big fan of market caps. Let's zoom out for the last year. You get a nice visual, right, of what graph did. We talked about this earlier. Let me look at that thing was up 40 some, 45 cents or so. Let's look at market cap. You can also break it down market cap here. You see 1.7 billion. When it got up to 45 cents or so, it was at a 4 billion market cap. Right now, we're at 1.4 billion. So you get roughly close to 3x right now, which I think will easily happen over the next few months or so. Uh, Again, if you're new to crypto and you're watching this particular live stream, another thing you can do on CoinGecko as you get some sense as to what the price is, what the market cap is, you can also get some sense as to where you can actually purchase the token by clicking on markets here, or you can just scroll down the bottom. They'll give you a list of the centralized and decentralized exchanges that you can actually purchase the token on. Let's move right along. Now, let's go back to Solana. So I mentioned earlier that Solana right now, they're kicking off their Solana Breakpoint conference in Singapore as we speak. I'll be tuning in. They're going to be live streaming some of this. They're Singapore. I'm in the States, as you guys know. It's like a 12-hour difference in time. So tonight at 8 o'clock, it's going to be 8 a.m. their time on Friday. And so they're going to be kicking that off. And so I'll be watching as much as that as I can. But as you guys know, based on some information I shared in the Telegram and also on my Twitter page here, they made a big announcement yesterday about their Saga 2 phone. And this is a big deal, guys. As you see on the screen here coming up. So Solana they're going to be releasing their Saga 2 phone, which will be shipped uh, Q1 of next year. As you guys might recall, I ended up posting something in Telegram several months ago when you could start buying that particular phone. I actually bought two. I'll just tell you, I bought one to keep for myself, and we're going to make a lot of money off the phone because you're going to get a lot of airdrops. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But I'm also confident that I could probably sell one online, probably for 4 to 5x the current price, or the price I paid for it, I should say. With that being said, this is big news. They dropped this last night, which is pretty cool. And they're going to be talking about this a lot once they get the conference going on there in Singapore. But as you can see here, this was posted by Solana Mobile. Let me open that up. We've been deep in build mode for months, and we're excited to show you what we've been working on. I love how they take a lot of the marketing things from Apple. This sounds like a Apple-esque type statement. We're excited to show you what we've been working on. That's what Steve Jobs used to do back in the day. That guy was a genius. And then, of course, you see Tim Cook doing it, and these other companies, as they market their new products, they're sort of mimicking what Apple started years ago with Steve Jobs. But anyway, good job, Solana Mobile. And then it goes on to say, introducing the next chapter of Solana Mobile, the Solana Seeker. So that's the name of the phone. It's actually a very sleek looking phone, which is, and that's the word they use too. But as you scroll down here, so what is Seeker? It's the definitive Web3 mobile device designed to harmonize hardware and software, lighter, brighter, with a better camera and longer battery at a more accessible price. We'll talk about the price here in just a minute. They have the seed vault that's built into it. Let's see, introducing Seed Vault Wallet, created for Seeker in partnership with Soulflare. Certainly, as you have time, you want to go out and do some due diligence here. I would also encourage you, if you have the financial resources to get one, get one. You'll see here as we get down towards the bottom of this post that the cost of this phone, and I know it's relative, so I hate to use the word only, because that's still a lot of money, obviously, for a lot of folks. But the cost of this phone here is $450, guys. Now, why is that a big deal? So when I bought the first Solana Saga phone, a year and a half ago or so, I paid $799 for that phone. And a lot of people thought, man, that is crazy to do that. Well, guess what? It turned out not to be crazy. It turned out to be a very good investment. They ended up making, just off airdrops alone, about $4,000 in airdrops off that phone. So those airdrops more than paid for what I paid for the phone. And not only that, but because of the fact that I have a crypto business, I got to write the phone off, which is, something we need to talk about in another video. You got to learn how to play the game legally and you need to learn how to minimize your expenses. So there are ways. I tell people that everybody should have a home-based business, and I know the laws vary based on whatever country you're listening from. But in the States, you get a home-based business, and you need a phone to do business, right? So guess what? That phone now becomes a tax deduction. And I'll just stop it there, but just keep in mind that part of what we all want to do, we want to minimize our tax burdens legally. And one of the easiest ways for us to do that is to start our home-based business, especially if you're in the US. But anyway, so I bought that phone, got about $4,000 in airdrops, which is crazy. And this one is only 450. So they were able to reduce the price of this phone. When they did the first one, they only made 20,000, and it took them a while to get up and running as it relates to people buying the phone. What started the onslaught of buyers coming in to buy the phone was when Bonk decided to drop 30 million air tokens. Well, I should say they started to airdrop 30 million bonk tokens to those that actually had that Solana Saga 1 phone. And so that airdrop alone was close, based on the price of bonk, I think got up to over $1,000 by one airdrop, which was crazy. It's free money to people who own that phone. Well, guess what? You're going to have even more players airdropping tokens with this new phone. So while Solana only created 20,000 phones and sold 20,000 phones during their first iteration of the saga, they've already sold a whopping 140,000 phone in pre-orders for this new Seeker phone. So imagine if you are a dev, you are a crypto project looking to try to get a quick audience with folks. The best way to do that is to airdrop tokens to those that actually have this phone. And that's what's going to be happening big time. And so if you don't have the money, man, if you can go out there and find the money, work really hard to try to get $450, number one, it's going to pay for itself. Number two, you're going to make a lot more money with this phone via these airdrops, and I can't stress that enough. So again, this is a fantastic opportunity for all of us to be able to make some free money with this new Solana phone. Again, I put my order in several months ago when they came out with the pre-order website. And apparently they're going to reduce the price of the phone now back down to 450, where you can, over the next 2 days, and notice what it says, to celebrate, we're offering the $450 founder window pricing until the end of Breakpoint. That's their conference that's happening right now on September 21st. So you have a couple of days to actually go get this phone, and you pre-order the phone by going to this particular link, Solana Mobile, right here.com. And it ships in 2025. Let me pause for a minute and see if I have any questions from you guys relative to anything you just heard. Ricky, I'm looking at your note. One FB token is no, Ricky, you have it all wrong. Ricky, LAD has the right price. It's $18 to $19 right now. Keep in mind, Fractal Bitcoin is a brand new protocol that just got released over the last week. And so this is like super early. So guess what will happen as the platform gets more usage and more traction and so forth and so on? I anticipate the FB token hitting a price of probably $100 in the next few months. So quote me on that. Pin that message. So yeah, so the person here, I mean, KuBuddy is going to get him a token right now worth $18, $19 free money, which he can actually use to go and get some other tokens, mint some tokens on Fractal Bitcoin dirt cheap for like pennies on the dollar, which I've done over the last week or so. By the way, I've made a couple of videos showing you guys how to do that on your end. So he can actually take that one Fractal Bitcoin and actually make even more money with that. So just FYI, FB, it will be big this cycle. I'm typing as you guys in here. And easy, type it in the chat. And easy 20x plus from here, from current price. That's what I believe. And I would encourage you guys, I mentioned this in the video I made about Fractal Bitcoin. You should be minting some some what they call BRC20 tokens on the Fractal Bitcoin network, as well as some CAT20 tokens on the Fractal Bitcoin network. Minting is, from a cost standpoint, it's cheap, cheap, and cheap. I mean, you can mint new tokens for pennies on the dollar. Not going to get into the details on how to do that because I did that in the video. So check those videos out and all. But this is an opportunity for you to potentially see like 100 to 200 to 300x on a particular token if you end up getting the right one. And right is relative, I know, but just know there will be several tokens that are being minted now that will do 100x this bull cycle in Fractal Bitcoin. I can't say that enough. Okay, moving right along. Speaking of Fractal Bitcoin, so if you guys are not familiar with Unisat, make sure you watch that video I made again the other day relative to Unisat and how to actually do business on its platform. Keep in mind, when you go to unisat.io, you're going to change this network from the Bitcoin mainnet to the Fractal Bitcoin mainnet. And relative to minting tokens that I just mentioned, you'll be in a position to mint tokens via Unisat. Let's see, we can explore for a minute. Let's go. There we go. So you got BRC20 and you have CAT20. If you want to do the CAT20 tokens, you go here. And they have a list of the tokens that have already been deployed that you can mint, and also it shows you the ones that have minted out. And you can see if it has 100%, you can no longer get these tokens. They have BTC at this percentage. There's some other things, but again, watch the video I made a couple of days ago showing you specifically how to go about taking your Fractal Bitcoin and using it to mint tokens on the Fractal Bitcoin network. Any questions at all about FB, Fractal Bitcoin, the ecosystem? Any questions regarding that at all? As you guys are thinking about that, one of the platforms that I have used to mint CAT20 tokens is gaze.network. You go to that website, you can click on subscribe, and then you'll connect your wallet, your Unisat wallet. And as you know, I mentioned to you in the video, you need to have a Unisat wallet. The Xverse Bitcoin wallet does not currently work with Fractal Bitcoin, so you can only do business right now with your Unisat wallet. You'll need to actually buy some Fractal Bitcoin. The easiest way to do it now, they have it on a couple centralized exchanges, one being CoinEx. You can get your FB from CoinEx. You can also get it from Gate.io. And then for those you who are comfortable using decentralized exchanges, I mentioned in the video I made a couple of days ago that it is somewhat cumbersome to buy the Fractal Bitcoin on .swap, but you can do it, which is what I did early on. They didn't have the token listed on CoinEx when I did it. So you can actually go out to .swap here. You would change that to V1, and you'll see here, swap FB. You're literally swapping your Bitcoin for Fractal Bitcoin here. Again, watch the video, and there's some other really good videos out on YouTube on how to do it as well. So again, let me pause here. Let's see. Any questions at all about Fractal Bitcoin? Okay, cool, buddy. Can we use this using mobile? That's a good question, cool, buddy. If my brother-in-law heard you ask that question, let me tell you what he would tell you that Goshen will tell you. Uh, I'm not a fan at all, and there's some exceptions to this, but anytime I'm out doing business in crypto where I'm, swapping tokens and all that, I like to do it on my laptop. I like to see the full screen. Obviously, you get a much larger screen with your laptop than your smartphone. So I'm a big fan of using laptops and computers when you're actually spending money in crypto. With that being said, certainly there are some exceptions to that. I mean, there's some cool centralized exchanges that have some really snazzy mobile apps that you can use to buy and trade crypto, like Coinbase and Binance and so forth and so on. But as you start interacting with these decentralized application, it gets a little more cumbersome to do. I've done a lot of that on my smartphone. So if you're seasoned in doing that, yeah, try and see. But if not, certainly, do it on your computer and or laptop. Let's see, any questions at all for me relative to Fractal Bitcoin? And while you are thinking about questions, okay, so this is the video that I made a couple days ago that not only gave you guys a tutorial on how to buy the BRC20 tokens on Fractal Bitcoin. And then I made another video showing you how to do the CAT, the CAT20 tokens on Fractal Bitcoin. But this particular video also talked about the criteria and qualifications to qualify for the giveaway. With that being said, one of the things I said, and most people didn't do this, I specifically said that you must leave a comment or question below. So and it didn't matter to me whether or not you left it in the form or a comment or question, but more specifically to qualify, I said you must include the last 5 digits of your Fractal Bitcoin mainnet address in the comment. And as I looked through these handful of comments, I got a lot of people, by the way, who sent me stuff via Telegram. Those are disqualifying comments or messages. To qualify, you had to put the information here. And so really, as I go through this, it's unfortunate. It makes you got to listen well next time. So as I look through the comments here, I was inundated with messages coming to Telegram, but people didn't put the comments where they needed to be relative to the last 5 digits of your Fractal Bitcoin mainnet address. So as I scroll down, I see Laurie Doucette made a comment or had a question. And then they put the last 5 digits of their Fractal Bitcoin mainnet address. So guess what, Laurie Doucette? You're going to get a reply from me after I get done with this video, letting you know that you have won yourself one Fractal Bitcoin. Congratulations. Also, looks like Princess Sanchez listened well, followed instructions, and will also be getting himself I'm sorry, Prince Sanchez. Sorry about that, Prince. I was thinking about Prince's here, but I see Prince Sanchez listen well, and he's going to be getting himself one Fractal Bitcoin token. So congratulations, Prince Sanchez. I think you were actually part of the live stream. You didn't need to be part of the live stream to qualify for this, for these giveaways that I mentioned here. I am going to give another. I've already given one to Cool Buddy, who's part of this particular live stream. I may do one more, but congratulations to Prince Sanchez. And then also to Laurie Doucette. Let me see if I'm missing anybody here. Here, nothing. Don't see anything. Don't see the last 5. And so don't go in and comment now because you didn't do it before this live stream. So again, for the 2 I just mentioned who made the comments relative to providing the information that was needed to qualify, congratulations. Now, certainly the other caveat, as you guys know, those 2 who I just mentioned, I want you to telegram me a message, not only with your full address, but there were also 2 numbers I mentioned during this video. And so don't need to put it here. Don't put it in YouTube. So it's part of your Telegram message, Prince Sanchez and Laurie Doucette. I want you to not only send me your Fractal Bitcoin mainnet address, I also want you to include those 2 numbers, my 2 favorite numbers I mentioned in this video. So again, congratulations. Any questions for Goshen right now? Let's see. Cool Buddy got okay. Blom airdrop. Help me, lad, I should say, relative to what you're asking here. You now about Blom? Are you asking me, maybe you meant no, K-N-O-W. I've heard about Blom airdrop, hadn't done anything with it. FYI, Princess, see you back on. I slept off while listening to that video. Sure, absolutely. At 100. As for you, Prince Sanchez, you are welcome, sir. And so with that being said, let's do this. We're going to go ahead and close it down. I don't see any questions that you guys have. I'll give it another minute or so, but while you guys are thinking about questions again, let's do this. Stop this. I think it must have played that. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to scroll through the chat. Well, before I do this, let me show you if you don't know how to do this, let me show you how to find your Fractal Bitcoin mainnet address. And so you'll need a Unisat wallet. So let me log in. Okay. So when you log into Unisat, it's going to automatically default to the Bitcoin mainnet address. Don't send me this address. And I may have mentioned it could be the same, but what you want to do is to go down to Fractal Bitcoin mainnet. And now, if you're going to be using your Fractal Bitcoin to mint CAT20 tokens, you'll need to set this Fractal Bitcoin to your Taproot address right here. That's Taproot. So again, if you're going to be using your Fractal Bitcoin to mint CAT20 tokens, it'll need to be set to the Taproot address to be able to do that mint. And you can certainly, if you have your Fractal Bitcoin, like I do, I have like 7 here and 4 here in this particular wallet, you can certainly transfer, which is pretty cool, between like the native SegWit into your Taproot and vice versa. But again, specifically, if you're looking to mint CAT20 tokens, it'll need to be in your Taproot. And then if you're looking to mint BRC20 fractal Bitcoin tokens, it needs to be in your native SegWit. So it doesn't matter to me ultimately which one of these addresses you'll need to send in, but certainly if you were to, if you want to send in your native SegWit, you'll need to make that change there. So you go down here to the gear and change it up there. But then what you want to do is to copy this address and send that to me via Telegram, along with those 2 numbers I mentioned in the video. Okay, so let's find one more winner of a fractal Bitcoin. Let me just scroll down the chat here. Matter of fact, let's do it this way. Make it look competitive, or you guys are going to have to be engaged a little bit. Hey, Dree, I see you part of the chat. Good to have you, Ricky, John, Prince, Kyle. Appreciate you guys joining. James, Jamie, I should say. Jamie. Okay, let's do this. Let's play a little game, guys. So we've given away a total of 3 fractal Bitcoin. Let's do 2 more. So I'm gonna write down a couple numbers here. Now, the first person that puts the right number in the chat will win a fractal Bitcoin. You guys ready? All right, so I just wrote down a number between 1 and 10. The first person that puts the right number in the chat will win a fractal Bitcoin. Number between 1 and 20, 1 and 10. Go. Okay, we have a winner. All right, Princess T, you got it. Number 7. That is the number. So you just won yourself a 1 fractal Bitcoin. So congratulations to Princess T. Congrats, Princess T. You just won 1 FB. The number is 7. All right, Princess T. So what you'll need to send me, obviously, is your fractal Bitcoin address. Send that to me via Telegram, and I'll certainly shoot over to you your fractal Bitcoin. All right, so we have one more. You guys prepare yourself. Well, prepare yourselves. Okay. This next number I just wrote down, it is a number between 10 and 20. between 10 and 20. Go ahead and put that number in the chat. The first person that puts that number in will win themselves, him or herself, I should say, one fractal Bitcoin. Go. I am waiting. I'm going to make sure once you put a number in, before you put a second one in, I want to make sure everybody gets an opportunity to put one in. So I'm watching the chat. And by the way, no one has gotten the right number thus far, just for the record. We'll give it another 30 seconds or so. All right. Anybody else wants to put a number in before we stop this one? Anybody else? Okay. All right. So nobody got it right. And I'll go ahead and tell you the number. We're going to do another number. It was the number 10. Nobody put number 10 in. So we're going to do another number. So now I'm going to write a number down. Between 90, that's 90 and 100. Between 90 and 100. Go ahead and put that in the chat. The first person that gets the number right will win him or herself one fractal Bitcoin. Between 90 and 100. Go. While you guys are doing that, certainly there's a slight delay on my end. We'll continue to talk. Make sure if you're not following me on obviously on YouTube and Telegram and Twitter, make sure you are following me there. That also puts you in a position to qualify for the giveaways that we will continue to do down the road. Because these giveaways are going to get pretty big, guys, as we get into the bull market. You know, I wouldn't be surprised one day that we give away like $500, right, to the winner. So just make sure you are following me on YouTube, Twitter, and Telegram. Let me make sure can you guys still hear me okay? Getting a delay here. Let me uh, make sure you can still hear me. Okay, there we go. The delay. Yeah, that was a big time delay. Okay, so I see, let's see, let me look at these numbers here. See, John, Princess, Cal, Prince Sanchez. Oh, all right. So right now, based on the numbers I'm seeing, I see 91, 99, 97, 95, 93, 94, 96, 100, 90, 99, 95. Nobody got that right. And so we're going to do this one more time. One more time. So we are done. Cool Buddy was the last one that put in a number between 90 and 100. That's not the right number. The number was 92. It was 92. And so we'll do it one more time. We're trying to give away one additional fractal Bitcoin. And so let's do this. All right, so the number is between 30 and 40. Between 30 and 40. Go. First person that puts the right number in, of course, again, will win him or herself one fractal Bitcoin. Uh, okay, you guys are being a little more responsive, quicker. Okay. All right, we do have a winner. We do have a winner. We have a winner. We do have a winner. We have a winner. uh, I'm typing it in. All right, so congratulations, John McPally. You put in the number 33 first. I see that Princess put one in second, but you are the winner. So congratulations. You have won yourself one fractal Bitcoin. So if you would make sure you send me your fractal Bitcoin wallet address, and I'll be getting over to you today that one fractal Bitcoin. So congratulations to all the winners. Obviously, I appreciate you guys taking the time out to join this particular live stream. We'll be looking to do another live stream this weekend. So just FYI to you guys. Again, thanks for your time. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. This is Crypto Goshen. You guys know that all of us are blessed to be a blessing. And also remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. You guys have a great one, and we will be talking to you soon. Bye bye.